Hi Virgo, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do a read for you for the October 1st through the 15th, 2019, and this will be for all Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus signs. Keep note that this is going to be a general read. If you'd like a personal read, then go to theguidedintuitive.com up over here somewhere and down there in the description box, and we'll get you set up over there, okay? This is Bella, okay? She's joining me here today in my travels, okay? I love the discovery of a new journey, and that's exactly what I'm on. We're really all of us are here on a hero's journey as well, and these are some of the cards I will be using in this read today, as well as the tarot and some others. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen. This will be you and that other person, and that other person might be a significant other, a friend or family member. It even could be a spouse, a person of interest as well. So do note that. I might be talking about you on one side and the other person on the other. Feel free to reverse the messages as you see fit. Very, very common that happens, okay? All right. So whether it's a message or one side that you might resonate with a little bit more, all right? So please continue your likes, your subscribes, your shares. Note your comments below too. I do appreciate that. If you'd like a personal read, again, go to theguidedintuitive.com. I want to thank all of you that have been ordering this service beyond the read. So thank you so much. That taps into getting rid of any negative patterns, limiting beliefs that I happen to find in a lot of when I go through do a lot of readings, especially with returning clients. So I wanted to add that as a service because I find that that is so necessary. And it's something that I have gone through myself and learned, and it's just an amazing process. And I invite you to check it out. So up here or in below. All right. So let's take a look at the first card. What are the origins of the relationship as it pertains to you right now, Virgo? What is it? The origins of the relationship. What do we get? Knights of a Round Table. So this is talking about breaking bread with those that you love. Kind of put those, have a nice dinner or a nice get together with friends or those that are close to you that really support you and you support them. And that's what this is talking about. Those that give you this enlightenment, right? That's what it needs. In this spiritual guidance, right? And support. You might have a spiritual tribe. You might have, some sort of guidance that you're looking for. And, you've got a very maybe close circle of friends or a friend or two or a spiritual circle that you are able to gain some guidance from that you can trust and who really, really support you and are honestly out for your best interest. You know who that is for you, but this is saying to call upon them right now because their love is going to help you move forward, okay? It's going to lift you higher, okay? So that is what is coming into play. If we clarify with some of the tarot here, we want to see what wants to come through here. Yeah, it's going to help you feel a lot more grounded and stable in this process, okay? So I do want you to know you feel a lot more grounded, not like you feel all tensed up, but it'll allow you to kind of release that and feel a little bit more of ease regarding this situation, this relationship, or whatever has brought you to my channel today, okay? All right, let's take a look at the underlying issues of the relationship. What is that, okay? What is that? Queen of Cups. So interesting. So you might have a a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces that you're working with or that is around you. Or you might be taking on this energy and looking at your emotions here and knowing that when you do express your emotions, it's got to be someone special because you really see this as being something special, right? And so that's what it's saying. Now, there could, again, be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces in your realm, or you're just carrying on this energy. But let's take a look at, the underlying issues. It looks like, what more does that have to say? I'm going to pull another tarot card on this and see what wants to come out. Let's see what that is. King of Swords. Interesting. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy. Interesting. So we've got water and air coming through here, okay? And you might have that in your chart, so note that. But King of Swords, the kings are all about authority. And this is about being a very clear thinking, very intellectual person in your realm, and you're going to notice that. The queen is all about, just again, balancing her emotions for the most part. So that's what I see here. Really balancing, having influence on emotions, okay? Interesting. I'm going to pull one more and see what else wants to come out. Interesting. Yeah, you got some sort of, yeah, it's like healing. There's some sort of healing that is taking place, okay? So perhaps, Virgo, you're going through some sort of healing, and it could have to do with an air or a water sign, what's real prominent here, 2 to 1, is an air sign, okay? So I'm just saying here, but getting maybe balanced in terms of your emotions as it relates to perhaps an air sign, or you're going through some sort of healing currently right now based upon the issues of a current relationship or a situation, okay? Let's pull a Hero's Journey card and see what wants to come out. Underlying issues of the relationship or a situation, okay? What is that? Ooh, you've won the lottery. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. This is interesting because you're going through some healing and almost like, and then you're making room for this wonderment, and this wonderment is bringing you, making you feel like you've won the lottery. It's a 38 card that brings it to an 11, and it's almost as if that you've kind of gone through some sort of gateway or some sort of enlightenment, and it's between two people. When you get some space in between, it allows for wonderment in the relationship or in the situation, because that space gives you room to breathe, as separate entities before you come together. And maybe space was necessary here, but it's almost as if when you do that, you make room for wonderment, imagination as it pertains to the situation, and it's making you feel a lot better. Is what I'm feeling, in this relationship. What's the situation now? What's the situation right now in this moment? The call. You might get a call from someone, a job offer or something. You might have a calling from the universe to focus on what it is that your soul wants. All right? That's what's happening right now. You're heeding the call. You see that she's really looking towards the light there. The light, and she's kind of doing this limber back bend towards it, and it's kind of like, okay, universe, you show me what you want me to do, and I'm going to go that route. This is a new beginning. You've gone through some sort of completion, Virgo, some sort of healing from a relationship, and you're heeding your own call. This is a number 1 card. Check this out. It's a number 1 card, and this is saying you're heeding the call to the universe on what you're supposed to do in this lifetime, okay? Who you're supposed to have in your lifetime, that type of thing. So let's clarify this with the tarot and see what wants to come out. What is the situation now relating to this call, this new beginning? Yeah, wow. Yeah, it could be a new beginning, and there's a Queen of Swords attached to this. So this is again, this air sign. Either you're taking this on, but when you have a call, you have to cut out something. You got to negotiate something and cut something out. So you might be taking on this energy, or perhaps you're dealing with a call that's coming from an air sign that's coming your way. Male or female, okay? And remember, the queen is about influence. And when it comes to swords, yeah, she's a real quick thinker. Yeah, just a real quick thinker, very intellectual. A call from someone is very intellectual and very quick thinking, okay? It could be an air sign. What else? And balancing the emotions relating to that. Balancing, having temperance, right? Balancing the emotions of the call, cutting out it's not going to work, so you can balance yourself out. Okay, it's a situation now. What about this other person? What is the origins of the relationship with this other person right now? What is happening? Whale of a time. They're being asked to go bigger in what it is that they're doing. They need to step up higher. They need to go They need to go large so they can have a better impact in this relationship or in this situation. Maybe they need to, if it's a job offer, they need to offer you more money. Literally. But if they don't go bigger, they can't grow larger, right? And this is saying it's a 7 card, having faith. It's a 25 card reducing to a 7. It's called whale of a time, but it's meaning having this whale-like whale, the whale in the ocean. And it's saying that they need to think whale-like before, and to move forward in a larger way, in a broader way, to reach a larger massive audience. Okay, so whatever that is, So that's what's coming into play. They need to go bigger. They need to step up bigger in this relationship, in this situation. So that's what I'm getting here. How interesting. What is clarified on the origin of the relationship regarding this? Yeah, Queen of Wands. Okay, so interesting, because this is a woman of influence who's got a lot of vibrancy and a lot of exuberance, okay? So this might be someone that you're affiliating with, Virgo, that has this type of quality, maybe involved in the esoteric, but she's very vibrant and she is very influential, and yeah, she's very self-confident in moving forward. She might have Leo in her charts as well. There's Leo above here, is, you know, to the lions. She might have Leo in her chart somewhere as well. But yeah, and very, very interesting. Yeah, it's exactly what I see here. What's the underlying issues of the relationship or situation with this person on this side? What is that? Yeah, they like ending. They had an ending. They had a Ten of Swords moment. Really, the ending of the dark night of the soul. The complete ending, and now they're starting anew, and they're going bigger and better than they ever were before. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords. What wants to come out for this? Let's see what wants to come out. Underlying issues of the relationship. Yeah, they're working really, really hard to get out of what they've been through in the past, okay? And that's what's happening right now. They're getting out of what wasn't going very good for them at all. And again, this could be an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Yeah, they're working hard and taking on that Capricorn type energy and working hard on their work, quest. Yeah, they're plunging boldly into their life. So that the underlying issues of the relationship is right now they're plunging into their life, and they are doing what they need to do, you know, after, so they can get out of this, and they're putting in all the work and the effort that's necessary to make that happen. Where's the situation now with this other person? You need to know this. So this other person is, oh yeah, okay, so this other person right now is on this upward spiral of grace. After this crap that they've gone through here and putting in the hard work, they are on their upward spiral, and they're using the universe, you know, to guide them along the way as well. This is quite beautiful. Sorry for the glare, guys. Okay, so yeah, this is pretty nice, right? They've got this passion for this spiritual creativity that they do, and they're creating something, and it's bringing light to the world, light to themselves out of some darkness that they've had in the past. So yeah, and it's kind of like, how much good can they handle? They're getting involved into their tribe and around their tribe. I think is that's the situation now, yeah, and they're doing it in a way that balances the scales out. They want the scales balanced. They don't want to be in that that Ten of Swords. They want more balance in their life, and that's how they're creating balance in their life, okay? Could be dealing with the Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius on this side here. Yeah, that's what I see here. Yeah, or they could be just, you know, the Libra, the balancing of skills. They got to balance their life out. What is, let's talk about where the relationship is headed on your side over here, Virgo. Where's the relationship headed? Where's this relationship headed? What is it? The magic zone. Wow. This is like something had to just explode. This is like something had to just explode in whatever. You know, it's kind of like whatever, and imagination and fantasy come into play, right? And allow this to happen. Allow things to just kind of take a different form and take a magical form, because this talks about getting into the magic zone, taking this own magical form, and allow this discombobulation to happen, because what's going to happen, it's going to bring exhilaration to the situation, exhilaration to the relationship, and just by looking at the card, you become so lively, right? It's like, oh, I want to play there, I want to go there, right? And I want to go to where you know, it's like that. So it's like going to this magic zone, going to this spiritual zone, and to you know, kind of you know, I think that's one of the biggest things is allow your mind to wander and be creative and be magical, and fill in the blank. What if, right? And imagine this, you know. So it's kind of things like that. It comes into a 7 card. It's having faith in that of which is not seen, having faith of that which you can't see. And that's what this is letting you know, tapping into your intuition, right? And yeah, that's where the relationship is headed. It's tapping into your wish. What would you want this to be? How would you want this to end? And that type of thing. What would you want to come into play? Okay, so let's clarify the magic zone and see what we get. What is it? Yeah, you got a decision. There's some sort of decision that needs to be made, Virgo, as it relates to something that's got you tied up, but it really wants you to think about the what ifs. Tap into your intuition. Tap into, do some meditation. And whether that is a silent walk in nature through meditation and not speak, just walk through and see what wants to come to you, and what nature has messages that want to come through, because they're going to have some really beautiful insights for you here. That's one way. Or you can get lost in your passion of yours, music, art, whatever that is. Let that to flow through you, because that opens up the floodgates of your emotions to come through, and ideas to come through, and that exhilaration to spur through. Okay, so yeah. So what is the outcome of the situation? What is the outcome of this situation or relationship? What is the outcome here? Wow, we get the emotional fulfillment. Jeez, sometimes you got to go the opposite side of things to experience this, and that's exactly what's happened. It's brought exhilaration for you to have this emotional fulfillment. This is about a potential for compassion and intimacy as it pertains to this situation. Overfilling emotions. Wow, that is the outcome. This is quite interesting. And yeah, what is the outcome? Let's clarify the Ace of Cups. The unknown is your friend. So you might not know what's around the corner in this situation or in this bend, but what the big thing for you to remember is to tap into your intuition, tap into your meditations, allow those messages and insights to come through for you. But to get this, you've got to take a pause. Maybe take a siesta a little bit, and to let your subconscious come up versus focusing just on your mind. This is saying to let that dream state take place a little bit, and let that get into the magic zone a little bit. Okay, that magic zone in your passion, that magic zone into your whatever it is that takes you away out of your head, because it's going to light the embers of the unknown and bring exhilaration. Also, note that the unknown doesn't always need to be scary. A lot of us have, just because we don't know, we don't have control over it, it's scary. No, the unknown can be your friend. This is saying to grasp it by the hand and say, I don't know what's ahead of me, but I know I should be moving forward. I know I need to move forward, and do so with faith. And that's when you can enter the magic zone, receive some sort of exhilaration, right? And realize that the unknown is your friend and can provide warmth to your heart. It can shine in the darkness of the night, right? And help you lead the way. So just note that, Virgo, okay? That's what it wants to let you know. Now, what is on this side over here, what is the outcome? Yeah, the outcome over here on this side here, they're in great company. This has actually been pulling back so they can move forward better. So this person on this side has to pull back to move forward together, to bring you together. That's what I'm seeing, Virgo. You got to check out maybe Gemini's reading. They had this as well on the same side at the very end. It's about pulling back. It's about taking breaks and allowing the relationship to breathe, the situation to breathe, right? And in the meantime, go for a passion, and have that break, so that when you come back together, and have faith during those breaks, that whatever is best for your highest good is going to happen. And that allows, this to happen. So pull back to propel forward is what this is saying. How beautiful. So what is it that you need to be aware of, Virgo, in this situation? What do you need to be aware of in this situation or in this relationship? Knowing that worry doesn't change things, okay? Tapping into your intuition instead, right? This is all that purple. It's your crown chakra, right? So worry, that you're understanding that worry doesn't change the outcome of a situation. It just is a waste of precious energy, okay? So you're understanding that. What else wants to come through here? Okay, let's see what else. Service. So what it is, Virgo, is that when you serve others, it just makes your heart sing. It really, truly does. It gives you a lot of confidence. This is yellow, and it makes your heart sing, which is that green there, okay? So that's what it's saying, is maybe to be of service to someone else is going to get you into that magic zone, you know, and it's going to allow that whatever is so worrisome and whatever scares you to really move through it. A little bit of action each and every time chips away at your worry and makes it easier and easier and easier. Action rids of worry, okay? Anything else that wants to come through here? Balancing. So that break also allows you to balance, right? And this is about coming into perfect harmony with yourself in this situation, and you're going to do so without any judgment, okay? So this is beautiful. What about this other person? What's going to help them on their side? Discipline. This is about this person accomplishing whatever that they put their mind to that they can achieve, okay? And that's what they're working on right now. Getting out of this, right? And whatever they put their mind to that they can achieve, right? And then they need to go big, right? Anything else that can help this other person on this other side, so you're kind of aware. Freedom. This is about them knowing the power to create their own happiness, that they hold that power to create their own happiness, okay? And so they do have a freedom of choice, okay? They have a freedom of choice, and they're getting rid of the fear, and they're moving forward, okay? So they too are going through that, and they're changing that fear, and they're moving that into love. All right, love in this situation, whatever that is. So let's get back to you, Virgo, and let's find out, what do the root cards have to say, okay? What do they have to say to you that you might not want to hear, but you need to hear, okay? All right, let's see what it is. What is it here for you? Here it is. Okay, you're going to laugh at this. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. You are it. You're the star. You're the bomb, okay? You are the chocolate cake, okay? That's what this is saying. Remember that, Virgo. Remember that, okay? All right, let's see about this other person. What's up for them? Okay, here it is. This person, this is saying, this person is a hot mess, okay? This is about that what they need to do right now is to go clean themselves up, okay? So they're a hot mess, okay? They are just in rare form right now, and they need to clean themselves up. But I think that's what they're doing right now. They're working hard, they're working on that, and they're putting in the discipline that they need to make that happen, right? And that's exactly what's happening for them. How interesting is that? That's great. Okay, guys, I hope that this resonated in some way, shape, or form, and I look forward to seeing you in the second half of October. And until then, namaste.